Guys, welcome to the Old Wise Men. Today we're going to be talking about no excuses. It's a numbers game. I want to talk about when I was a young salesman in my early 20s, the banding story. We were selling steel strapping material, banding material for the lumber yards, which they would band the bunks of lumber and the trusses and whatever, but that's what we had sold to the lumber yards. And we were their supplier, and I remember back when I was in my 20s how sales had dropped in our strapping department, and we were having our monthly sales meeting, and my dad just said, "Hey guys, you're just not making enough sales calls." And we said, "Well, it's the industry." He said, "Hey, no excuses. You just got to get out there and make more calls." And so I'll never forget. So we did. We all got out there and up in Ponderosa Pines, Reed Head Lumber. They were buying 4 skids a month, and I remember going up and calling on Reed Head Lumber, and the owner just kind of walked by, and I said, "Hey, what do I need to do to get your business?" He said, "Hey, if you fix that Signode tool out there," he said, "I'll give you my business." So I went out there and I fixed that tool, came back in, and I got the business. Simply by making that sales call, by giving that little bit extra effort, as I was told to do by our leader at that time, who was my dad. And he said, the harder you work, the luckier you get. In other words, pound that rock, work hard. Just always, just put out the numbers, and you'll get a return from it. I'll never forget that. That was kind of the first time that I put 2 and 2 together, that if I get out and if I just increase the numbers, we're going to increase the sales. And next month, what do you think happened with all of us sales guys out putting that extra effort in? Our numbers increased and the market was still down. It amazed me. Simply working harder, knocking on doors. You know, we had Procerix was our dental company that we had started. We started literally in the dental business with 0 sales. And within 5 years, we were doing $1,800,000 a month. Think about that. 0 to $1,800,000. The boys were out knocking on doors. Mom was cooking chocolate chip cookies in our house, and we'd have these bags, and she had flour everywhere, all over her, everywhere, and we'd tie these bags with pretty ribbon, and the guys would take them out to the customers, and one by one the doctors would give us a chance, and one by one we were out making those numbers every single day. We'd meet early in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning. We'd have our sales meeting, and the boys would go out and make those sales calls, and that's how we built our business. By one knock on one door to one doctor at a time, 0 to $1,800,000 a month. The 10,000 hour rule, I love this. Malcolm Gladwell wrote a book called The Outliers, and it talks about 10,000 hours at an intensive practice is going to give you results. So 10,000 sales calls, right? What about 10,000 baskets in basketball? Whatever you're doing, it's the numbers. Get out there and put the numbers up. No matter if it's golf, how many times are you hitting a golf ball on the driving range? No excuses, right? So I love this. Genesis 2:15. Then the Lord God took the man and put him into the Garden of Eden to cultivate it and to keep it. Right? Look, right from the beginning. Adam, he put him in the Garden of Eden to do what? To work, to cultivate it. Proverbs 24. The slacker does not plow during planting season. At harvest time he looks, and there is nothing. Proverbs 12:11, he who tills his land will have plenty of bread, but he who pursues worthless things lacks sense. See, he who tills his land will have plenty of bread. God tells us if we work, we're going to get rewarded, right? We're going to have a reward for our hard work. So no excuses. It's a numbers game. Get out there. You can do it. Just work hard. See you next time for the rest of the story.